remains to be seen. We shall see. What up, people? How y'all doing on this Saturn's Day? It's been a minute since I've done one of these on Saturn's Day. The day of the law. Saturn, father of the law. What's up, y'all? See, they ain't even notified y'all yet that I'm even in here. Haven't even notified y'all yet. There they go. Side the Great, excuse me. There you go. Mega Bills. It says Boogien. What's up? Shano, Andre Fuller, Flex Hart, Street AK, Rugged One, Will Up Willie Will, Garrett W, Bahamanian, Clint Walker, Amiji, Ray Brown, Hood Politics, Sella Brown. Oh, y'all coming in fast. Melanie C, Jasmine, Drop. Oh man, y'all coming in fast. Miss Jeannie, Margaret, Antonio Alexander. What up, KDH, Joshua, Chuck Burton, King Walk, True Stat. What is that? True That? What up, y'all? What's poppin'? Appreciate you, Andre Fuller, right off the bat. Thank you, man. Everybody who hit the super chat, y'all know I appreciate y'all. Thank you. What's going on, people? We got a whole lot to talk about. Who we coming in? Michael Brown, Sphinx Sun, True Goddess. What's that? SP Love, Uncle Phil Cosby. Uncle Phil Cosby. That's hilarious. Bass Kickers, Sweet D, what up, girl? Sam Stone, Darian Cheatham, what up? Trap Medic Beats, what poppin'? Was that General Mosquito, Law of the Land? That's right, Ralph McCoy. What up, y'all? Was that Simpardo? I couldn't read it, man. What's up, Dee Dee? Garrett W, appreciate you, man. Diana Sakura, Key Nexus. Girl, that's a good name. Got your package? That's what's up. Appreciate you, man. You guys, your packages, if you don't get them right away, that's because we probably don't have some of the materials and it gets delayed. But man, appreciate you. Furious Daps, man. I'll see, they'll see if they gems. They only gems if you pick them up, man, and you do something with them. So I'll drop something on the ground, but they only gems, meaning some things of value, if you pick them up. If I just leave them there, they just stones. They rocks on the ground. So, hey, it's up to y'all to pick up the jewels. I'm just here to lay them on the ground. Really quick, for the people who did order, who are asking, some people are asking about the exemption cards and would they be good for your business, for your job? And I think, so I want to just make sure you guys understand how these work. There's two different cards. And so just so you know, like the mandates are still going. They just, 24 firefighters just filed a lawsuit because they got fired because they didn't take the crack scene. So it's still going on if you guys don't know, but just how you use these, you have to, so you submit these with the notice. Let's see, I don't have the notice. So you submit these with the notice. Oops. Right here, if I can get it out. So you submit these with the notice. This is the notice right here with your signature in the back. So you have to legally give someone notice before they're liable, right? So you're giving them notice that they're liable if they force you to get the crack scene. That's under duress because they're holding your job over you as, you know, so it's threat, duress, and coercion. So they're coercing you into getting it under duress. So that's against the law. So as well, that informed consent is the law of the land in America. So you have to have informed consent before they're able to force you to do anything, right? So you give them the card. This is the liability one. You give them the card, and also you hand it in with the P.F. Heiser Bakery report, their own report of their clinical trials that showed how many people kicked a bucket in the trials, as well as how many adverse effects are in here. This is the back. This is just the last page, but it's 3 of these. You hand that in, and so that's called express notice. right? You've handed them, you've given them notice. That at that point, they become liable if they force you to do this. After that, if they still force you to do that, then you have to sue. But when you do that, now you have power behind that because you've noticed them. You've noticed them before that. All right, they have knowledge of what the cupcake will do to you if they force you to do it, and they're still trying to force you to do it. So again, threat, duress, and coercion. So that's what the liability one. Same thing with the religious one. But it's not these two are different ones. This one you just hand them. There's no liability. There's liability if they still force you to do it for sure. But you would just hand them this one, and this one says this one states that there's fetal tissue in the cupcakes, and that's reported by the cat as well as the cupcake companies because they had to release that information. So if you are pro-life, then they can't force you to get a cupcake with fetal tissue in it, aborted fetal tissue. That goes against your very religion. So that's how that works. You hand that in. So the religious one probably is the one they're more familiar with. The liability one puts them in payment liability. So that's the one you can sue off of probably more. You can get more money off of that, but also you can sue under this one too. So they're two different ones. But you have to initiate the lawsuit, everybody. They don't just read these and be like, oh, you know what? Some of them might because they don't want the liability. That's how, but you're noticing them and then you have to go in and you have to follow up on that. This is why we encourage you. You don't need knowing your rights. All right. So that's how that works. And then if anybody you're waiting the Police Stop Law Package, remember you go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org if you want the full Police Stop Law Package that comes with the cards, the flashcards and the book and all of that. If you want that, just go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org. If you want it for free, you go to realnagas.com and just order the Great Book of Melanin Research. All right? And don't forget my boy Timmy Typed Up, the Weed Jeezy. Weed Juice, baby. Weedjuice.com. Let's go hook you up. We live, we love with juice. See, Timmy Typed Up. See, I got your logo in here, your phrase, your catchphrase. Put that on the shirt, my nigga. But we live, we love with juice. Weedjuice.com. Delicious juices. But if you want to lose weight, they're healthy and all the rest of that too. But we drink them at the show because they delicious. But right here, weedjuice.com. Make sure you go hook that up. And then there, real quick, there's a channel I want to promote to you guys. They're not paying me. They don't even know I exist. However, you guys need this information. The channel is called Side Hustle Culture. Make sure you guys go look at this channel. It's called Side Hustle Culture. This channel teaches you how to have a side hustle and make money and pretty much be able to throw away your job. And when I say it teaches you, it gives you 50 different ways to make money. Being a YouTuber, being a vending machine person. I mean, any type of industry. What it does is it studies an industry. But an industry that you can make money in if you get the handle of it pretty quick, and it gives you the components of how to create and be successful within that industry. It researches the whole thing, so you don't really got to. It gives you if you need websites or people to build websites or whatever it does, it gives you all the resources for everything you need to go do this. Now, the person who built this channel, he has a channel called Factverse. They have like a couple million subscribers. So he's already built a successful channel. So he's already telling you how to go do this. And so if you want to be a YouTuber or something like that and build and get a gang of money off of making YouTube, or it just teaches you how to have how to build a passive income with side hustle, just doing passive stuff on the side, building up stuff and then just making it turn over money for you. I'm telling y'all, this channel is off the chain. I would not be telling y'all this if I didn't think the channel was off the chain. It's called sidehustleculture.com. If y'all looking to get out of the rut, out from under somebody's feet, the corporate feet, man, go watch this. It has so many videos on different industries. How to do, like I said, vending machines, but pizza vending machines, and I mean crazy stuff that you would never think about getting into, but it's easy as hell. Easy as hell to get into, especially if you have partners to pool up your money and be able to do this stuff with. So just go check out Side Hustle Culture, y'all. I'm telling you right now, you guys are going to benefit from that quite a bit. if you got it in you. You know, you got to be that type of person, that get up and go person. You can't look at that shit and be sitting on your couch and just be another channel you watch. Go watch that stuff, and then you got to put those principles that they're teaching you on there. You got to put them into play. But if you sitting back just flicking on your doing that, ain't nothing gonna happen. But I'm telling you right now, there's enough information on that channel for you to get in the game and make money. So I wanted to answer something. There's somebody who asked me before this. Well, this is part of what we about to handle. But so somebody asked me, why do I compare melanated people to Caucasians? Right. So I guess when I'm saying that, you guys better get in the game and don't let all the Caucasians be the ones to save America, because they ain't never gonna let your ass forget it. Y'all know that. They ain't never gonna let you forget it. That's just how it is. They're not gonna let you forget it if they're the only ones who are out here mashing out trying to save America. And so the reason when you say, well, why do you compare melanated people to Caucasians? Because they're the gods of today when you used to be the gods. And I said, yep, they're your gods. Absolutely. Why I say that is there's something that the Caucasian invented today, that out of all the stuff, if you took away all the stuff the Caucasian invented today, all your necessities, could you live today? Could you do your own shit? You go grow farms, and could you put satellites in the sky to power your phones? Can you refine oil into gas to power your shit? Can you do any of that? If you can't do none of that, then white motherfuckers is your god, because they how you move. Without them, you can't do nothing. So when you say, why do I compare melanated people to Caucasians? Because they're the ones mashing out doing shit, putting satellites in space and shit, launching missiles, doing all that. Are you doing that? They're the ones affecting change around the world. That's going to have impact on the world for hundreds of years. Are we doing any of that? We talk a good game. We used to be all, hey, nigga, remember that shit, them pyramids we built? Them shit was dope, huh? Nigga, we was off the chain, nigga. We was off the chain. What we doing now? Now, nigga, you see them pyramids we built? Nigga, don't ask me shit about what we doing now, nigga. We built them pyramids, nigga. Shit, nigga, this nigga asking me about what we doing now. We built pyramids, nigga, 100,000 years ago. Nigga, fuck this nigga right here. Nigga, I'm living on my pyramid fame, nigga. Nigga, y'all better get out of here. Let me tell you. All your ancestors, most of you niggas' ancestors didn't build them pyramids. Most of y'all ancestors was some of them slaves. Over there. So just so you know. So y'all sitting over here living on old shit and not getting in the game and affecting change right now. So when you ask me why do I compare melanated people to Caucasian people, because they they didn't really steal it. We had to give it over. We held on to the information for a long time, which is why a lot of the fuckery happened to us. But once they got the information, they took the information that we was mashing with, and now they're mashing. And we forgot that we had this information thousands of years ago, and they're using it to run the world. So when are you gonna get it back and start to do that same thing? At the very least, get your ass in the game. Like, niggas ain't even in the game. How many scientists we're bringing up in society? How many scientists, melanated scientists, are we bringing up? How many engineers? How many, people who are studying the law? These are the things that control society. Finance. People that are getting into the financial industry, the financial game. And the financial industry is just as intricate as the law industry. It's a language, and you have to learn that language. I told you guys, go get Barron's Dictionary of Finance and Investment Terms. That's the language you have to know to even proceed or to even succeed in the financial industry. If you don't even know them financial terms, you won't get past here. But we don't know any of that. So when you ask me, why do I compare us to Caucasian motherfuckers? Are you doing any of this shit? If you are, let me know. Shit, I'll I'll put it out there. If you mashing like that. So, we're niggas is lazy as hell. We get that's just how we are. Niggas be on some lazy shit until we get emotional. When we get emotional, then we all over the place. But until somebody tap our emotional belly button or a little, like the Pillsbury Doughboy or something, we don't move. You got to not, no, emotion can't be the part of it. Emotion can be a part of it at some point, but you have to move on based on what's needed and what you're supposed to do in society. Oh my God, Shaman Ra, thank you, appreciate, man, shout out to Shaman Ra, appreciate you. But y'all got to get out there and get in that game. Sorry, and I'm the dude, man, and I can be sitting up here and teaching about, you know, black holes and spirits and the Akashic records and all of, man, you know how much shit I know about all of that spiritual shit? I've done 40 God classes that are each 4 hours long. And this ain't got nothing to do, none of the God classes has anything to do with law. All of it is spiritual shit, astrology, the space, ancient history, all of that. It's all about that. I haven't put any of those out. Maybe there's like 4 or 5 God classes I put on the channel. But yeah, y'all haven't seen most of that stuff. The reason I don't be focused on that because, nigga, that ain't gonna save your ass right now. It's not. I know about all of that shit. Studied it, then used it, know how it works. What's gonna work for your ass right now is getting in the game and understand how this society is being run. And then when it falls, you be able to pick up the damn peak because it is falling. Just so y'all know, this shit is falling like a motherfucker. This is, you need to be doing, you need to be doing your dipping, dodging, and looking up for the shit that's falling, because it's falling. But you need to know how the shit is run so that you can pick up the pieces. And so, melanated people, you need to learn the difference between passion and enthusiasm, right? Passion, when you have passion for something, the same thing as the word patient. It comes from the word, it means to suffer. So if I'm passionate about something, that means I'm suffering because of it, right? That's usually when melanated people get involved, when they're passionate about something, when they're emotionally under suffrage, from emotional suffrage. That's when they get involved. Enthusiasm means divinely inspired. To be divinely inspired just because the universe needs it. So are you passionate or enthusiastic about what you need to do? You need to figure that out, because if you're passionate, passion can run out. Y'all been in a damn relationship, passion runs the fuck out. After you done hit it so many goddamn times, what did Eddie Murphy say? I got some regular old crackers. So same thing for you ladies. Is that passion runs the fuck out eventually. But enthusiasm, divine inspiration is always there. It's always going to be the foundation of the movement, divine inspiration, and it's always going to have the full force and power of the universe. So figure that out, melanated people. And you're asking me why I compare melanated people today to Caucasian people, because they're the ones doing 360 dunks in the actual world, while we doing 360 dunks on the goddamn court. Them niggas doing under the leg, 360 over the head, windmill dunks on you niggas. That's why I compare you niggas to them. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's my motto. For real. I'll tell you right now, if you walk up to me and you start talking crazy, nigga, fuck you, woo, woo, nigga, we can get into it all day, nigga, woo, woo. I know you ain't ready to scrap. As long as you doing this, you ain't ready to scrap. I'll tell you right now. I'm like, nigga, we talking or we scrapping? I'm all about that. Shut the fuck up and let's get it popping. What are you doing? Not what you do, not this. All right? So let's get it popping. So now, you see the depopulation plan is in full effect. Oh man, it is going down. All a part of the moving the world into the one world, into that one world government, the WEF. Their plan is in full effect, y'all. I hope y'all seeing it. Please tell me y'all are peeping it and just don't be sitting back watching it happen. Eating popcorn. Nigga, that shit was fucked up. Man, Shaman Rob, please, man, thank you. Appreciate you, brother. Oops, sorry, y'all. Got a little thing came in. So the depopulation plan is in full effect. Which is why you see the jump in the trans movement. So the trans movement, again, is all about getting you used to the trans, it's called the transhuman movement. So they really want you to, they're really pushing this trans merging technology in humans, right? That's really the main movement of the trans movement. But they're prepping you or grooming you by getting you used to the trans identity. That's the movement, right? So, or what they clinical term is identity dysphoria, right? Or gender dysphoria. So that's what they're trying to get you used to, which is why you see the major push for this, right? Also, an emasculated population, it takes down the motivation to revolt when you're and this is no slight on women, because there's some gangster women out there, but mostly a revolution in society is started by the masculine population, because testosterone, men, we know if we tell you we ain't having that and you keep on proceeding, we'll slap you across the face. That's a real testosterone masculine dude. If I tell you once, don't do it, and you do it, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. So that type of energy that produces revolution in society. So they gotta bring that down, and they start. I told you, they start with the children. The choir, the San Francisco men's gay choir. We're coming for your children, right? So they told you right there. They're coming for the children, right? Then, and this leads into why I say Caucasian people are in the game and y'all are not. So this lady so I don't know if you've seen the video of the lady who was at the school board meeting, and she was going off on the school board because the curriculum in school, this is for 8-year-olds, y'all. this is for 8-year-olds. The curriculum in school for 8-year-olds was 3 days of alphabet soup stuff, LGBTQ stuff. 3 days out of 5. You only in school 5 days? So she was like, so you're telling me that they're doing incredible. They're doing so great in all the other subjects, math, science, all the rest of this stuff. They're doing so great that they can spend 3 days out of the week to learning about LGBTQ stuff, which is sex. And how is that supposed to help them succeed in society? How is knowing about some alternative sex life is supposed to help my child be a millionaire or be a successful whatever the hell they want to be in life? That has nothing to do with any goddamn thing. 3 days out of the week. So that shows you that's the plan. If the curriculum is 3 days out of the week, that's all they're trying to teach your child. What the hell is your child learning that's going to help them in society if they only learning 2 days out of the week? Anything else? It's absolute bullshit. And so when they're doing these school board meetings and stuff like that, and city council meetings, when they're mashing for the law, I only see Caucasian people there, and some slightly other races every now and then. Actually, I'll see some Hispanic brothers and sisters there too. They're involved. I rarely see melanated people up at the podium talking about what's going on, because most of us don't even know. We have no idea what the fuck is popping off. So that right there is one of the main reasons that you need to get in the game, because again, they're the only ones doing anything. And remember, I promise you, they're not gonna let you forget it if they're the ones who save everything. So get in the game, man. So real quick, and hashtag straight pride. just saying. You don't got to shit on the other people. Just make sure you show love for your stuff. So that's one of the main parts of what they're trying to do, as far as taking down America. But I want y'all to be aware of what's happening in school, because if you guys aren't taking your children out of school by now, and putting them in some type of private school, homeschooling. Some of the private schools are still, they still have to adhere to state laws. So be careful if you try to put them in private school. But you should probably trying to do co-ops. You know, get with other people who want to pull their in your area, or whatever, even if it's online, with other people who are doing the same thing you're doing, and get your children out of the hands of the enemy. Because it's obvious right now, the only thing that they're trying to teach them is how to bring in this new world that they're going to be controlled in. That's the only thing that they're teaching them in school, right? That's the only thing they think they need to know. It's crazy shit. What? So it's obvious what they're doing. This is planned shit, right? So if you allow this, if you keep on doing this, and then you should be at them school board meetings, you should be asking your child what the hell they taught them every day. Every time your child come home, what they teach you today. And I want to know everything. I don't care if you think it's the most small, minute, inconsequential. You tell me everything. I want to know everything that happened to you today. Because the plan is real, and they're going to get as many as they can. And then you're doing what the Mexican brother who was suing the school for turning his child, 12-year-old, made her suicidal by convincing her that she needed to change her gender. Then when she went and sought real psychiatric help, not a goddamn teacher from school who was just feeding into this mental shit she had, then she was fine. No suicidal thoughts or anything. So that's what they're doing, y'all. Then the Red Cross. I just want to know if y'all seen this story. The Red Cross is giving blood. This shit, man. They're trying to flip this whole shit. So the Red Cross is giving blood transfusions with Cupcake blood. That ain't the thing. So obviously, there's a lot of people who are Cupcake, and a lot of people who are Cupcake still going to try to give blood because they believe it's their duty. They're trying to help, blah, 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 right? Now, that was going to happen. That was inevitable, that they were going to have Cupcake blood. However, what they're not doing is telling the people who getting the blood that it's Cupcake. And then they said, we don't have to tell you because the Cupcake doesn't enter the bloodstream. Now, that's been disproven. It's causing blood clots. But the Red Cross is telling you, they don't got to tell you that they're giving you Cupcake blood because according to the research, the information, it doesn't enter your blood. What information y'all looking at? Because people pulling out fucking blood clots that are like this long. Have y'all seen it? Like something like, one was like the whole length of somebody's leg. Cupcake don't enter the bloodstream though. What you talking about, nigga? That was off that. So you better stop drinking that damn soda. That's what that was, nigga. That was that Sprite. That's that Sprite, nigga. That Sprite be causing them blood clots. You don't leave that Sprite alone, you be all right. So they don't got to tell you. So be careful and remember, what they're trying to do is create. They're trying to get this protein, whatever this is, spread to as many people as possible. Because we told you, genetically modified DNA can be patented. Genetically modified DNA can be patented. There's a case involving I forgot the laboratory, but the other company was called Myriad Genetics. So look up that case. It's called one of the participants was Myriad Genetics, and in that case, it states that if mRNA changes, or if synthetic mRNA changes DNA, that new DNA is called cDNA, and it can be patented, right? So now you spreading this protein all over everybody. if this protein starts to multiply, your body starts to make more of the protein, then you become 51% or more of this protein. Then what? Where's your human rights? Because remember, a human is defined legally as a Homo sapien. Once you become 51% of whatever the fuck that is, after you Cupcake, what the fuck are you at? Where you at now? And then can they snatch you up and throw you in a damn warehouse somewhere and snatch a tag on, put a tag on you and say that's parcel number 37. So the new human, so the Cupcake, when it's modifying, the Cupcake is modifying your DNA. The new DNA or the new human, this is what they call the new human and for any of you who've gotten the Cupcake, the new human is called Homo Borg Genesis. Yep, y'all heard me. Homo Borg Genesis, like the Borg in Star Trek, the cyborg. So like a cybernetic organism. So Borg, human, Homo Borg Genesis. That's the new. That's the new. Nigga, you got the old whip. Nigga, you Homo sapien? Nigga, that's the old shit, nigga. Homo Borg Genesis, nigga. Y'all better get over here, nigga. This new shit. You see them rims on my shit? Homo Borg Genesis, they gonna try to tell you is the new Lambo with the chrome rims. Don't believe none of that shit. Homo Borg Genesis is the new dude, and that's gonna be somebody's property. The Homo Borg Genesis will be the property of someone. All right, so while that's going on, your boy Kill Bill, he says that you're about to have a civil war. Kill Bill said civil war is coming. Now y'all know when this nigga say shit, it pop off. He told you the Boogie V was coming, and he showed you on the screen in the TED Talk. So usually that means he warning you of some shit. So they can say, well, we told you. We told you what happened. Remember I told you last week, he told Trump not to create a committee to study the adverse effects of cupcakes. Why would you do that? Why would you not want to know that? So obviously, because you don't want nobody looking into the stuff you're doing. So now he says that we're going to have a civil war and there's going to be a hung election. He said there's going to be a hung election. Like, basically either whoever wins, the other side is not going to believe him. So that's what he's saying. The other side is not going to believe him. He's really talking about if the Democrats win, the MAGA cats ain't going to believe him and they're going to start some shit. That's what he's saying. Because nobody believes that the Democrat side is going to start some shit if the MAGA people win. And they might, but they might throw they little group in there, they little what is it, Antifa? That's their little side terrorist group. So, but he said there's going to be a civil war. There's going to be a civil war after the election. Now, how real is that? I don't know. I don't know if niggas is really about civil war in this life. It may be about 2 or 3 niggas ready to come outside and do some Civil War shit. Everybody else gonna be sitting on their couch watching House of the Dragon. Doing what happened on House of the Dragon last week, nigga? That's honestly, that's what most people are gonna be doing. So, I don't know how much the Civil War coming now. They may push the energy into a Civil War, because that's what they want. They want to crash society so they can come in and offer some new shit. Remember, this is the whole game plan. Crash this society, take everything down, inflation, make inflation go up. Everything is on some bull crap right now. If y'all really paying attention, everything in America is on some bull crap right now. You funding a war. that you ain't really in, but you are in. But now you funding, now you talking, now you got some new shit. Now you about to go against China. Now, I mean, it is some major shit going on, and it's all playing out. Now they could be pushing. They want society crushed. Now, again, is it gonna happen? I don't think so. But they're damn sure going to try to push this Civil War shit, and even may do a false flag to start it off. So watch for that. They may do a false flag and be like, oh, these MAGA cats went and did to the polling. They went to the polling spot, and, you know, somebody got taken out at the polling spot. It was a MAGA person, and oh my God, now this is what, and that's probably what, that's the scenario a lot of people are putting out there, that at a polling spot, somebody gonna get taken out at the polling spot, and that's what's gonna start it. Now, which means they planned that. If they're telling you about it right now, that means they probably planned it. So just understand what's about to happen. So, yo, 500 of y'all in here. Yo, you only got 257 likes. Hit the dang like button, you ear hustling niggas. Hit the dang like button. Stop playing. Stop doing this. And start doing that. All right. So here we go. So, like the title said, there were 200 genetically modified mosquitoes that they used to administer a cupcake. So basically, they modified the mosquitoes to have whatever their venom, whatever that is. It's the cupcake. So this was supposed to be against malaria. They did it. So it's coming for your ass. When are they gonna release the cupcake mosquitoes? They already talked about doing the GMO mosquitoes down in Florida. They're already doing that. So when are they? That was supposed to be to stop. That was supposed to be to counteract the other mosquito population, right? They were supposed to be creating these genetically modified mosquitoes to counteract the other out of control mosquito population in Florida. Now, as they're creating these genetically modified mosquitoes, you think they ain't about to put the cupcake in them? Man, oh Manischewitz. It is about to go down. Y'all understand, man, this plan is no joke. I hope y'all are preparing yourself, getting ready, doing what y'all need to do, getting your knowledge up. Because, man, mosquitoes with the cupcake. Then they got a new inhalable cupcake. It's called Beyond the Needle Cupcake. Did y'all hear about that? This is the new cupcake world order, y'all. They planned for this for years and years and years, and they're pushing through with it. Now, anybody who can see through the plan and bust through, they're betting again. They're ready to crap. They're like, look, we done pushed through with this stuff way too long for us to just back down because you figured it out. Well, nigga, figure it out and do something. That's what it is. If you figured it out, then do something. Do something with the knowledge, then, fool. If you know what's happening, you know what's popping off, then stop it. So that's where you at right now. Yeah, everybody knows the information is out there. We done got all the information out there. Are you doing something to help stop it? And I don't mean passing on links. That helps. But that's informing people. But again, divine enthusiasm, divine inspiration, you getting in the game inspires other people to do the same thing. So the inhalable cupcake is coming for you. It's like if you got asthma, shit like that. Also, it's actually not just an inhalable cupcake. So that's one part of it. You can take it. They said now it's sublingual. You can drink it. Isn't that or sublingual? Hold it under your tongue. They got 50 million ways they're turning the cupcake into for you to get it now. So this is man, this is some crazy ass shit. I hope y'all are fucking understanding that this shit is going down. No, that part of the plan is going through. Now all the way over here on the other side, where this plan is, remember they got the plan is compartmentalized. They work in different parts of the plan all over the world. So the cupcake is one part. The war that they're the war against Russia is the other part, because they have to take down Putizi. They gotta take down your boy because he got the big arsenal. He got the big gun arsenal, right? So they can't have him on the map. Somebody else they can't have on the map is Iran, because now Iran they got the big they got the big blammy blam. So now they gotta destabilize Iran. So they're doing this again. They're taking down the major countries that are supposed to be adverse to the new world order, this new one world order. So you ain't heard anything from your boy Kim Jong-il in how long? How long has it been since you heard from Kim Jong-il? It's been like a couple years since you heard from that fool. They done took that fool. Allegedly, he was taken out and replaced by the stooges, some American stooges, which is why you ain't heard nothing from North Korea. Nothing. Like literally, you heard nothing from North Korea. But Russia, they have to take, again, they want to take Russia down completely. They need to destabilize Russia, because Russia, again, first of all, Russia has all the resources. They have all those resources over there, so they want to take over the resources that Russia produces. They want to put a person in power that's favorable to NATO and America, which is really America, that takes over those resources of Russia, right? Which is what? Gas, wheat. Those are the two of the major exports out of Russia is gas and wheat. Now you saw just what happened with the pipeline. You see how the pipeline got blown up, right? Did y'all see that shit? So the pipeline was supposed to be delivering energy, which is gas, which delivers energy to Germany, right? And so what was going down was Russia and Ukraine, they were trying to come to some conclusion. Like there's no reason that they need to keep fighting like this, right? They were trying to negotiate, but when the negotiations started to be talked about, then you heard Biden say, whatever that pipeline, I forgot the name of the pipeline, but he said, we're going to take out the pipeline. He didn't say it like that. Like he said, that pipeline is not going to be no more. And he was like, well, how do you plan to do that? He's like, well, just know that pipeline. He said that shit. This video of this nigga saying he was going to take out the pipeline. Now, what that does, when he takes out the pipeline, now they won't negotiate. Now they can't, nobody will negotiate with Russia. Now, I'm not saying, again, there was reasons for everybody to do this. America saying Russia did it, Russia saying America did it, and then you have some other corporations who could have done it. Now, they were saying Russia could have just turned off the damn, if they wanted to just, why would they blow up the damn pipe instead of just turning it off the button, just turn off the power? It's theirs. They can literally just turn the power off if they didn't want Germany to have no power. So they could have just turned it off. But America blew that, allegedly had, let's say this, allegedly. It's speculated, there's speculation, it's out there, that America took major part in doing this so that the war wouldn't come to an end. And why can't the war come to an end? Because the war now is keeping the dollar alive. Y'all don't understand this. The war is keeping the dollar alive. Matter of fact, it pumped the dollar up. The dollar now, or at least a couple of days ago, the dollar took down all major currencies. It was bigger than all major currencies. Even the pound. The pound, which is backed by gold. The dollar was more than the fucking pound. It was just crazy. The pound was like 94 cents compared to the dollar. So again, you know, they have to keep the dollar afloat because the dollar, again, is the major currency, the petrodollar around the world. So people were trying to hand these dollars back and give these motherfuckers up. So now they have to find some way to bolster the dollar. You do that through war, right? So that's what part of that shit is for. But again, Putin is not with the plan. He ain't with the bullshit. He not with the plan. So they gotta take everybody who ain't with the plan. So then on the Iran side, so that's Russia. Then on Iran, they just they told Elon Musk, yo, let's launch a bunch of satellites, a bunch of Starlink satellites over where Iran is, so that the Iranian people can use free internet and won't have to rely on the Iranian government. They said they wanted to do that to destabilize the population in Iran. Because now, if niggas got free internet, they able to now start sending shit and boop boop and start talking. Because you know, in Iran, you can't say nothing. All of your shit is watched and all of that stuff. So nothing is free, really. You can't be really free to say what you want to say in Iran. So they want to put the Starlink satellites up, so these niggas be on free internet. They can just start talking shit and destabilize the government. So now we can go again. The plan is in full effect. I hope y'all are peeping the game and not sitting back watching it. Then the boy, while that's going on, your boy Coolio, they took out the boy Coolio. They took out the homie, man. They took out the homie Coolio, man. And it's reported that he got the cupcake. But if you were watching what was going on with Coolio for the past year or so, couple years, he was on this information. He knew about Turtle Island. He knew he was native. He was Aboriginal. All the melanated people here are Aboriginal. He knew that. He was talking about that. He said he talked about he was Choctaw. I think that was the nation. But he knew all of that. And then he said he knew way more stuff and he didn't want to say because he was afraid for his family members. He was afraid for his family members. So he's like, there's a whole bunch of stuff I want to say. I want to be out here breaking off to the public, man. He said, but if I do, he's like, I don't know. He said, I ain't scared. And then he said he ain't scared to die, but then he was scared what they was going to do to the family members. Now, then if y'all heard that he was supposed to be working with Dane Calloway, who really breaks down all how melanated people in America, you aren't descended from slaves, you are Aboriginals over here. So him and Dane Calloway was about to link up and do some projects. Now, did they take him out because of that? Your guess is as good as mine. Did they take him out because of that? I don't know. I don't know if they big enough. However, I know Dane Calloway be dropping off the real stuff on the Aboriginal side of the game. So Coolio has a very big platform. And so could have gotten that information out there. Now, he said he wanted to expose other stuff. So who knows what that other stuff was, you know. But the report was that he got cupcaked. He got cupcaked. So, man, have you ever seen so many people that just dropping like flies? Young people from the late 20s to the mid 40s just dropping. Healthy young people just keeling over. It's insane. So they understand this right now. They're trying to maneuver to try to put the blame on somebody. And I think y'all know who that's going to be. But shout out to Coolio, man. Man, you know, rest in power, peaceful journey, you know, to the brother. I know you had the information and you wanted to break it off. You know, we're going to continue that. We're going to continue that movement, breaking off this information. But, man, shout out to you, brother, and his family, man. Coolio took out the homie, Coolio. But he was on the Aboriginal stuff, man. So that lets you know this information is getting out there. If you haven't changed your status and taken that status back, we told you, that's going to be your best bet to fight a corporation. Because you can prove that they are a corporation. When you know that, and you can prove that they are a corporation, you can fight them legally through contract law, just like any other corporation. But you would have to have the proper status, or the correct status, or the more powerful status. That would be your Aboriginal status, because that trumps every other status in the world. You are you are entitled, every Aboriginal status or person is entitled to the land in the world. So that comes first. Every country recognizes that, just so you guys know. So that movement is getting out there. Coolio could have made it, he could have blew it the hell up, because he said he knew powerful people with money that was ready to start doing stuff, buying acres of land and whatnot. Thousands of acres of land, and start doing it. So when you start talking like that, you gotta have your shit ready, man. When you start talking like that, but you know, we can't let him, we can't let that, those ideas and that movement and that energy pass on with him. We got to pick that up. So, oh, appreciate you. Who was that? Yeah, rest in peace and power, Coolio, for sure. So, we can't let it die out. Whether he was taken out on purpose, or the jab is on the cupcake is purposefully done. So we don't know which one it was, but and how healthy he was and how he was living his life. But man, he had some information he wanted to drop on the public, on the world, and he didn't get to do it. And who knows? We can speculate and figure out why. So did y'all hear about? So speaking of Coolio in the rap game. Did you hear about in the 1980s, hip hop was financed by the CIA. Now we talked about this a bunch back in the 90s and stuff. It's in a lot of rap and stuff like that. We talked about this. But an ex-CIA agent came out and he broke it off. He was retiring. He's like old as shit. He's like in his 80s. He's like, I don't care no more. I'm about to die. Here you go. He broke off everything. So he was saying they were funding it for social engineering purposes. They were trying to socially engineer people to do certain things within America. And they was like, oh, hip hop is going to be a perfect vehicle to be able to do that. And so they started funding everything in hip hop. So they said, the dude broke down. He said, they call this dude the tall Israeli, Leor Cohen. Anybody know who Leor Cohen is? He was half owner of Def Jam. I think he may still be owner of Def Jam, or part owner of Def Jam. So if not, he may have left, but Leor Cohen, Def Jam. So the biggest record, hip hop record company there was, with your boy Russell Simmons, right? So we knew one of the Khazars who helped Russell Simmons start Def Jam was Rick Rubin, right? So he was a Khazar. He's the one who helped him start. He's helped him start. Now, if you know anything about Rick Rubin, Rick Rubin is on Our Science, all on Our Science. He know about all of that stuff. There's a video where they were showing Jay-Z coming up with some stuff with Rick Rubin at his house, and they were going through his house, and did you see the fez? There was a fez on a bear in Rick Rubin's house. He had a fez in his house, y'all. So Rick Rubin, that Khazar, he knew a lot about Our Science. Now, Leor Cohen, the way he said he got involved in hip hop was he was rolling out here in Los Angeles. There's a place called the Sports Arena in Los Angeles. That's where the Los Angeles Clippers used to play. So he said, and also when they're not playing there, they do concerts. and stuff like that at the sports arena. So he said he was rolling past the sports arena one day, and he heard the concert. He heard hip hop concert going, and he was like, "Oh my God, what's that?" It was the most amazing sound he had ever heard, and he just turned into the parking lot and was like, I gotta go here and see what this is, right? So he he goes in, and he says he was just standing around in the back, just watching everything, seeing how it was playing out. And so he walked up, he asked the guy, "What is this stuff?" And he told him, "Oh, it's rap music. You know, it's rap." You know, he's like, "Man, where does this stuff come from? And how do you guys do this?" And he was like, so he acts like he's telling the story about how he was getting information on what it was, right? Or how he was giving information on what he was seeing. So then after that, he went and talked to some of the artists. He didn't know nothing about. He said he didn't know anything about hip hop, so he just wanted to be a part of it and start talking to them and got them convinced that he can represent them and all that type of shit. Now, if that don't sound like the CIA sent that nigga in, come on, you were just rolling past the sports arena and you heard hip hop music and you roll up in there, you in 1980? Stop playing. So they said Leor Cohen was a major agent of the CIA. And man, he had Russell Simmons right next to him, right next to his side, and he was reporting. So this is what they said. This is what he said that they did. So they were he said basically they were they wanted them to they wanted the drug peddling lyrics because it helped them allow for them to create a war on drugs, right? To bolster the war on drugs. So they were happy that people were putting drug talk and shit like that in the hip hop. So then this is what he said. This is a quote what the CIA agent said. "Our mission was to use teenage angst to our advantage and turn Generation X into a decadent, pro-drug, and anti-establishment culture that would create uprisings and further division within society. We even infiltrated mainstream radio to promote their music and reach millions of people every day." Holy shit, pretty much the whole damn industry in the 80s and 90s was funded by the CIA. Holy shit. Man, this is what I'm talking about. Do you see how deep they be in the game and thinking they funding the enemy so that they can eventually destroy it? Which it never did. You know, I'm sure they thought they were going to be able to destroy it, but hip hop is bigger than their plan. And so it grew like it was supposed to, and got in the rest of the world and got delivered to the rest of the world. So, but they funded the hip hop, and they basically wanted to fuck up society with hip hop, which you can't deny a lot of it did do that. That was the gangster rap side of the game. That was when Ice-T was coming out. Ice-T when them was talking about how he sold cocaine for the government, allegedly. The real Rick Ross, all of that stuff was government, right? So they letting you know, the CIA came out and let you know that was all us, big homie. So y'all have to understand how deep this game goes and why y'all can't be surface level thinkers, man. Your plans have to be deep and intricate and, and multi-leveled. The way theirs are. Nigga, their plans go 3 and 4 and 5. Y'all seen Inception, damn it? How far did that nigga D had to go deep to implant some shit in homeboy head in Inception? He's like, we got to go deep in the nigga mind because we got to make him think it's all his idea. Do we have anything like that? Do we have anything like that? So until we get to anywhere near those type of levels, man, seriously, We talking about how much we gods, but we ain't using none of that God power to affect any type of change in the world, other than entertainment wise. We emotionally affect people because, when we dunking on somebody, or we windmilling on somebody, or we're boxing, or we running over somebody with the football. All of those are emotional sparks. But intellectually, are we sparking people? Are we sparking change? Ask yourself that. And are you part of that? So, man, one of the last things I want to talk about, did you guys see the rat monkey? Please, somebody tell me you saw the rat monkey. Somebody had to see the rat monkey. That shit is insane. They have genetically modified a rat, or spliced a rat and a monkey. That motherfucker look like a goddamn monster. It's a fucking rat with swole arm, with cut arms, and big ass long fingers like a fucking human fingers and shit. Man, please tell me, hey, somebody need to find that. Somebody need to find the rat monkey. It is insane. They have genetically spliced it. That motherfucker was in a cage eating food. And when it turned, it had big ass rat ears and a monkey face with big swole ass arms and standing on some legs that was cut. I was like, oh, oh. Boy, and girls, this genetic game, this trans, whatever game they got going, we need to get us some land, start planting some food. We're going to have to get back to basics, y'all. We're too dependent on this whole goddamn society where the technology has gotten out of control and they can just do anything they want to you. And gotten you all up on it to do it. So, fuck the rat monkey. we gonna fuck that rat monkey thing. we need to get some land and start growing some food and start doing some shit. Homeschooling, you see where society is going, and if it's going off a damn cliff, then you need to be going the opposite direction. Whatever society is doing to go off the cliff, you do the opposite thing. That's how this shit works. So the rat monkey scared the shit out of me, and nothing scares me. I ain't scared of shit, but the rat monkey. God damn. It's like, holy shit, I can't believe they got a rat monkey and it's alive. And the rat monkey is alive. Holy shit, living and everything. Whew. That shit is, So don't let the rat monkey come get you, people. But I just had to know if y'all saw that, because this is where society is moving. You guys, they are not holding back on any of this shit from us. And again, let's get together to fight it. Now, the last thing I wanted to show y'all to talk about is BLM, Black Lives Matter. Y'all, I'm sure y'all heard about the embezzling and stuff that's been happening. The $90 million that they got during the Pandeezy, and then they can't really come up and find out or say what happened to it. So, and then the new person that just came out, somebody took $10 million. So basically, this is how you know this shit is starting to change. So this is the fall of BLM, right? Politicians who used to use BLM to bolster their campaigns, to say that we're connected with this grassroots movement, this woke glass, and it became woke, right? So they started to, now they're separating themselves. These politicians, these campaigning politicians, are separating themselves from Black Lives Matter. They're taking them off their websites. They don't want them at their rallies or anything. They're taking down the signs that they had up with BLM on it. So again, this was created for that. This is exactly what BLM was created, so that you can throw all your hope and passion, into a movement, and then boom, have all of that deflated when the rug was pulled out from under it, because it was never meant to succeed in the first place, being who was funding it. You got your Soroses, you got George Soros and them who was funding it. So it was never created to do anything. It was just created to grab all your hopes and dreams, put them in a little bag, put them in my pocket, take it out my pocket, throw it on the ground and stomp all over them and stamp and do a crip walk all over them bitches. That's all it was. That's all that shit was created for. So, and also it was created for now when you see anything else trying to be a movement to help melanated people in society, or just the community, period, whoever it is, melanated people, you won't want to do that. You won't want to give any energy to that, because your hopes are deflated. It's called dopamine, right? You got dopamine, but this is called dopamine. And so they'll pump you up with that shit, but it does absolutely nothing. It's a placebo. Y'all know what a placebo is? Placebo is, when they give you like saline solution and tell you that it's medicine. And so your mind heals you instead of the actual medicine, right? So that's all that shit is. That was hope. That was that shit was a placebo, and it did not work. We got real symptoms. We got real ailments. We got all of that shit. This body's on life support. Melanated body's on life support, and we don't need no goddamn placebo. We need some real goddamn healing, and that's holistic healing, right? You gotta take care of the whole organism in order for it to heal, right? That's the mind and the body, right, and the spirit as well. So. That's one of the main reasons. We getting this Know Your Rights Foundation cracking. Y'all already know. Go out and get this goddamn information. Let's build up an organization that can't be taken down like that, because the only thing we want to do is educate you guys on the law so that you can save yourself. We ain't telling you we trying to save you. Doesn't mean I ain't that nigga. I ain't got that much time to save you niggas. I'm not gonna be holding your hand, none of that. However, what I will do is teach you how to save yourself. I'm a trainer. I'm a personal trainer. You understand that? I teach people. I teach people martial arts. I don't fight for you. I ain't gonna call me if a couple niggas about to jump you, and I done taught you how to whip ass. That's how that goes. So, come on. BLM. They had in its inception, it could have been a great movement, but it wasn't meant to do anything. Know Your Rights Foundation, we just teaching you the law. We don't have members, we have volunteers. You come, we teach you the law for free. Then you take that information, you go back and you teach it to the community. That's how that works. You ain't got to give us nothing. We give you everything that you need to fight for yourself. Then if you want to donate and all, you guys do that, absolutely. But we do ask you for your time once we give you this information, because everybody else, like you, when you started off, is at a point where they don't have this information. So that's what we're doing. Black Lives Matter, they never were an organization to begin with until the later years, like to 2020. They started in 2013. They didn't become an organization until 2020 when the spotlight was on them. So, but you have to get together in order to affect change in this world, you guys. I'm telling y'all for the longest time. You have to be some type of organization, trust, corporation, any type of that, a body, some type of body that they can see, a group that they can see legally that you can affect change with, a strong body. And so what's stronger than a foundation called Know Your Rights Foundation, where everybody in the goddamn foundation know the goddamn law? You tell me what's more powerful than that shit. Show me something that's more powerful than that. Nothing, because you ain't never seen it, because we just invented the shit. So if y'all want to get in on the ground level on some legendary shit, because this is going to be legendary for sure. This ain't going nowhere. People learning the law, they get more excited as they learn the law and bring in more people. This shit ain't going nowhere. So if you want to get in on the ground floor and be like, yo, I was there with Know Your Rights Foundation, nigga, from the stump, nigga, from the start. We was all on it. We was all over the place. We was teaching everybody. You want to be like that? Then get on over there and volunteer. KnowYourRightsFoundation.org, but you got to get your information first. So get the package, Know Your Rights, the Know Your Rights manual. That teach you everything you need to know about the police stops and traffic stops, or Terry stops with the police stops on foot. And when they keep coming for you, you get that public official bond. So we're doing that. We're creating something called the Bond Squad, where that's a group of people who just know where to go get the bonds right away. So again, we are creating all the ways for you to be able to defend yourself and fight back. You just need to get off your ass and ball your fist up. Now again, we teach you to defend yourself. We don't want you to go out smacking people just arbitrarily. But when they come for you, you come for them, right? So, and you take this, you keep this in your car. Y'all hold these in your car. And you tell them, I don't answer questions, officer, right here. When they start asking you all them damn questions, do not answer questions. And just so you guys know, just so you know, most of you think that the police are supposed to read you your rights when they arrest you. They're not. This is something that you guys should know. The police don't have to read you your rights when they arrest you. I'm sure most of y'all didn't even know that, did you? You have the right to remain silent, you got the right to return, you got the right to... I bet all of y'all would have been, if I said, what are your rights when you get arrested, I'm sure all of y'all would have started reading that shit off, because you've seen it on TV 1,000 times. But the police don't have to read you your rights when they arrest you. They only have to read you your rights if they want to question you after they arrest you. See? That's why they ask you 1,000,000 questions before they arrest you. Where you going? Where you coming from? Where you live? This your real name? Boo, what are you doing there? Huh? All of those questions. You can't come and get them. You can't come back at them legally for asking you questions before they arrest you. When you're detained and you're answering them, they can be like, hey, I didn't force him to answer any question. He just was answering questions. I thought we had a cool ass, back and forth. I said, hey, my nigga, you cool? He said, hey, you cool too. He just start talking. That's what they'll say. Because they can ask you questions all day long before they arrest you. You don't have to answer them, though. That's why you take these cards. Constitutional rights card tells them everything, all your rights, and what'll happen if they violate your constitutional rights. And when they violate your constitutional rights, they think they get that qualified immunity. They do not. This tells them how they lose that qualified immunity if they knowingly violate the law. So when you tell them you're in danger of violating the law and you do it on violating my rights and you do it on camera, I got you. You can't say you didn't know. How you gonna say you didn't know? I got it on camera, telling you. So boom. I don't answer questions, officer. And you do not have to answer questions. Again, they only read you your rights when they want to ask you questions after they arrest you, which is why they ask you questions, 1,000,000 questions before, because they're not liable. So understand, this is why you have to know the law. Y'all, you got to know the law. Just intricate stuff like that y'all don't know about. Then again, if you want the Cupcake exemption cards, the crack scene exemption cards right here, go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org. These are exclusively on knowyourrightsfoundation.org. I do not sell them on Real Nagas, so if you want these, go there. And the liability card comes with the P.F. Heiser Bakery report that shows them how many people kicked the bucket in the first 4 days, 1,223, and all of the adverse effects that come with the cupcake. Right? So you hand them this and you hand them the notice. And bam. What are they going to say? After, and then you sue them. All right? And so then you can get the whole package for free, including the flashcards. We got the new deck coming out in the next couple weeks. But before that, get the flashcards right here. And you can get all that for free if you order the Great Book of Melanin Research. You already know the game. Right here, this is the research they've been doing on your melanin for 117 years. And really quick, I want to break off to y'all. One of the major organizations in the International Federation of Pigment Cell Societies. So you got all these different countries. The Asian Federation of Pigment Cell Societies, the European Federation of Pigment Cell Societies, all of these one, right? One organization that's not a country is the NIH. Now, who's the NIH? That's your boy, Fauci. Now, let's add something up. Why was a lot of the Boogie V and the Cupcakes affecting melanated people so much? Because may it have been engineered to do so? Because Fauci has been or the NIH has been funding the International Federation of Pigment Cell Society's research for years, decades. So he had the information on melanin and know what to do with melanin, or a lot of it anyway, as far as all the research that they have. So right here, your boy Fauci is a major researcher of melanin. The NIH is a major funder of this organization that created this research. So right here, Great Book of Melanin Research, all the research on your melanin for the past 117 years. Your melanin is what makes you, or what makes you God. Is what they think is is what they think makes you God. You're God without melanin. You're God because you're connected to all that is in the universe. This adds to your God. This is basically this is a booster. This is a turbo booster right here. It doesn't make you God. You are God because you are connected to all things. So that means everyone is God. So I just want everybody to understand that. However, this right here is like having what's that that turbo booster that knocks that with the nitrous oxide on your car when you racing. You seen Fast and the Furious, and he turned the gas thing down at the bottom, and and that nigga do that. That's all this is. That's what it is. You turn the notches, turn that shit up. Ow, nigga, I'm out of here. So get the Great Book of Melanin Research. You get the whole Police Stop Law package for free. You only get one deck of cards. You only get one deck. I was giving y'all 2 decks last week. Y'all didn't order, so I'm back down to 1 deck. So if you get 1 deck of cards, let me know which one you want. You can have either one, the U.S. Law and Government, or Police Stop flashcards 1 and 2. All right? That's it for me, y'all. I'm about to get out of here and watch me some Star Wars, because I love me some Star Wars, and I got to watch Andor. I got to watch the Andor show, yo. That shit is breaking it off. I got to do me a Noggin Nerds, but I'm not doing a Noggin Nerds until the House of the Dragon is finished, so I can break down both the House of the Dragon and Lord of the Rings so that I can have all the information. But when I do that, that's going to be killing the game. The Noggin Nerds, next Noggin Nerds, House of the Dragon versus Lord of the Rings. Make sure y'all sign up to the Noggin Nerds channel so that y'all can peep that. Other than that, I'm out of here. Thanks to everybody who hit the super chat. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all, and I'm out of here. Deuces.